Hello. Hi, minion number 2. Hi, Musa. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Donna. Okay. Now, this time we did have a winner with a good cane suggestion that was fitting in the requirements, including in me being able to do it within an hour. And that is, hi Judy, that is Jessica, who actually wanted me to redo one of the canes she has done, and I will show you here in a minute for the people who didn't follow this whole thing on Facebook. Let me pull it up so I can show it to you. And she won with 19 likes. Alrighty, let's do a display capture. It's a haunting cane, I guess. And I asked her to definitely be up here so she can tell me more about it, because there are a few areas where I'm not entirely sure what she wanted to do. Okay, hi Anna. Well, I'm sorry, Musa, but I always start at 12:30 Central. Alrighty, so the idea is that it is a haunting ghost. Hi, Sharon. Now, Jessica has some things there that I'm not entirely sure if she did. Number one, let me discuss this one a little bit. Let's go back to the display capture. I am not entirely sure by the way this thing looks like. I'm not entirely sure if she used translucent, or if she used white, or if she used opal, because to me this thing does not look. Let me actually save it here so we can enhance it. Oops. So we can enhance it and look at it better with more close-up, because the way that it looks, it's not very clear to me. Come on, show it already. Alrighty, so see, that's what I'm talking about. To me it looks like it's got some glitter, and it looks very foamy. I don't know how to call it otherwise. So that tells me that it's translucent, that has a lot of air caught in it. So I don't know how much white you put in here, but what I would suggest to you is, okay, the whole thing is, let me do this small here and get back on the live streaming. The whole thing is, you have to think what you're gonna put this on. Why is my face not on? What you're gonna put this on, because if you do any kind of translucent and you surround it by an opaque color, then you're going to only be able to put it on something that's got the same color as the wrapping color. So you'll only be able to put it on black. Now when you try to do this kind of stuff, if you want to put a haunting ghost that is translucent on stuff, your best bet is to make it with translucent and then have a little bit of white to actually, and I was planning on doing some ghost stuff for you, but with all this stuff that's been going on, you want to have a little bit of white put on in the translucent, just to that would be very, very faint, and you'd have a very fainted Skinner blend, so that you can put it on any kind of background. To make a haunted, in that style, a haunted, the way that she did it, it would only be able to be put on white, and I would, on a black, and I would suggest to actually use white, not translucent. So if you can give me an idea, Jessica, on what exactly you wanted to achieve there, that would help me into creating a cane that would be more, you know, fit to what was the purpose that you were trying to do. Okay, because I did get some white, and whatever I suggest, well, that gives me a lot of. Okay, so what about we vote? You want me to do that on black, or you want me to do it with translucent? Now keep in mind that it will not look as good as being baked and sanded and buffed and all that. So, and besides, remember that the whole idea is to make those beads for bracelets, so we can make some beads for bracelets, because the whole thing with the Halloween thing. And I definitely hope starting next week I'll feel better, because tomorrow I'm going to see a neurosurgeon, and hopefully they'll be able to help me some. I'm not very happy of having to go see a neurosurgeon in person, because Oklahoma is among the states that have increases in numbers of COVID-19, and we are actually, in my state, we are actually starting to run out of beds, hospital beds. My luck is that I'm in Oklahoma City, where there's still plenty of hospital beds. It's more like around the whole state. So, let's vote. We go for black, or we go for floating transparent cane? Let's vote. Everybody says something. So I know if I need to take out the translucent or not, because right now I only have the white and the black out. Most I have probably at least 100 tutorials on faux gemstone jewelry. If you go on my channel, and if you go look at the playlists, they are actually arranged. Okay, so we go for transparent. Now, let me grab some translucent. And by the way, let me give you a tip. Trish didn't have, and she's getting it this week, the white clay. Apparently it's been a shortage of sorts, because even on Amazon it was very hard to get it. And as I do need some white, I went ahead to get some on Amazon, and like an idiot I clicked on the wrong thing, and I got 2 bars of translucent instead of two bars of white. But anyway, when I was checking on when my order's coming, and I saw, what the heck was that translucent? Did they send me the wrong thing? And I went and I looked, and no, I ordered the wrong thing. And not only that, but I ordered from a seller that before I ordered from them, and it was half-baked clay, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just, send it back, because it's gonna be half-baked. I went ahead and I ordered white. To my surprise, when it came, it's so nice and soft. I was like, I'm not sending this back. I added it to the store, so if you want nice and fresh translucent, I don't know, I didn't open, I did get my order from Trish. I didn't open it yet. Now, to make this using Cernit or Fimo or Pardo, it's going to be very hard for you because of the fact that the translucent in those brands is white, so you're not really very aware of what you're doing exactly. If you just mix white and translucent, you're gonna have to do a little bit of black just to give you an idea of what you're doing. All right, so we want both arms to go forward, or we want the ghost to be like this? You want it to go like this, or you want it to be like this? Let's vote on that too. And yeah, in a lot of places it's horrible. Where are you, Musa? And if you hear jingles, it's Finnegan who dutifully went and retrieved his jingle ball and brought it here so he can provide us some entertainment. Yeah, I don't know, I guess he thinks that it's his duty, because I tried to work yesterday, and when he saw me turning on the desktop, he immediately went and got his jingle. Yeah, I've been watching you. You guys are in India are really bad. You're catching up on the US in number of cases, and I'm sure that it's more than what it's declared. Somehow I have a feeling that the Indian healthcare system is not that terrific in keeping track. Okay, so we go like this. Alrighty. So I'm going to prepare some. I'm going to need quite a bit of translucent. And now we are going to first create a Skinner blend using translucent and white. Hi Jeanette, and hi June. Did I say hi June? I don't think I did. I said hi Sharon. Alright, so as usual I'm gonna use my cutter to do the Skinner blend, and I don't want to make it too tiny, so let me make let's do 3. So I can see better what I'm doing. I'm gonna get this back. Okay, and now let's grab some white. Now, remember that out of all clays, hi Zoe, out of all clays, the most opaque clay is the white. Why? Because the white pigment is the most opaque. Don't ask me more why, because that's how it is. You know, that's the whole deal. Now it looks a lot of translucent compared to the white. Let me do it this way. So and then I'm going to get this and this, so like half of a and it's going to be pretty much like this, because what I want just the, you know, the outline of the ghost to be prominent. Okay, I'm gonna get it here, cut these, bring them over, cut these, bring them over. Now your main thing when working with translucent Skinner blends is to figure out when your opaque clay has done a proper Skinner blend. It doesn't have streaks and things. So what I'm going to do first before doing anything else, I'm going to get this well stuck together, and then I'm going to go into the machine first like this, so that I can get a big strip that I can fold. So now I can go ahead and fold this, and then I am going to use the V-fold so that I can bring the white a little bit more inside. Yes, I would, but probably not until the end of October, because even if I've been saving all the thermal envelopes from Trish, I don't know, in Oklahoma it's still fairly hot, and I know that our USPS trucks here don't have any kind of cooling, and I would hate for them to arrive half baked. So I usually sell canes only when it's cooler weather. So if you can wait a little bit, yeah, I'm going to ship them. I'm going to put them up for sale. Alrighty, and now I'm going to do a little bit of a, let me actually get it on the machine. Alright, so I'm going to V-shape it a little bit so that my white comes more in here. Going to V-shape a little bit more because I don't have enough soft gradient, extended gradient, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now I'm going to fan it again, then do it long. Yeah, Zoe, I do have a whatchamacallit, a snowflake cane that's translucent in the holidays. Who's mine? My name is famous. Oh, you mean the Kalyana? No, Kalyana is just a... I chose the name Kalyana because when I chose the name for the channel and respectively for the website and everything, I looked in I researched for auspicious names from ancient languages, and Kalyana showed up in Sanskrit as something that means at the same time beautiful and auspicious. So this is why I named the channel Kalyana. Kalyana is fairly known it's fairly used for this exact purpose in India. A lot of people use it in the name of their businesses or their whatever. Okay, so now that I got here, I'm going to start doing the rolls so that I can make this go faster. I'm going to first get it through the machine. Then go on a thinner setting so that I get more folds when I roll. Now remember, whenever you do this, when you do the rolling to hurry up the Skinner blend, your only enemy here is trapping air bubbles. So whenever you do the rolling, you need to be very careful. So number one, never start with the actual end, because if you start with the actual end, the chances of you trapping air will be much higher. First do a little fold here, and then go with your finger up, so if you trapped any air, it would be taken out, and then start rolling, pressing fairly hard, so that you'll minimize the risk of catching and trapping air there. All right, now once you get to this point, I'm going to kind of flatten it a little bit, and then do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing for like 3 or 4 times. Hi, Frank. And then I'll show you how to check it. So once again, and then I start rolling. The other good thing when you do this kind of stuff to hurry up your Skinner blend is that number one, you can take care of any ragged edges, and number two, you can pretty much control the width. You can narrow it down so it won't start going crazy wide on you. And this should be the last one, and then I'm going to do it normal. You can go even more delicate if you want, and we can actually do that. But you don't really have to. All right. Now we're gonna go to regular. Going through the machine. If you are wondering what's going on, if you saw any kind of movement, this is what's going on, because he needs to be with his mama. Right, Finnegan? Finnegan! Finnegan! What you doing? What you doing? He just loves his mama. Okay, so now let's see how we test it to see if the Skinner blend is okay. You just have to hold it against the light, and you can see the transparency. So it's fairly delicate. You can go more than this if you want to. So now I'm going to get it nicely cut so that I can make a strip and make a round plug, like jelly roll type plug. And always make sure that when you stack, they are well stacked together, because if they are not, the moment you start putting it through the machine, it's going to go like this. And I'm going to go on a 6 setting, and then through 2 gradually thinner settings. Okay, something happened to my machine. Oh, it jumped up out of settings. I have no idea why. There we go. And now I'm going to start rolling it with the translucent end inside. And again, very careful how you start rolling, because not only that you're gonna get air bubbles, but remember, you get blacking when you have translucent with air bubbles in it. I really need to get my machine some deep cleaning. I'm to the point I just kept making Skinner blend over Skinner blend, and no matter how much I clean it like this, it doesn't beat taking it off and cleaning it. Hello, Rod. Thank you, Elaine. Yeah, my moderators know that I always forget to advertise myself. That was a snort. I didn't snort in a long time. I guess it's a snort. Oh, by the way, if you were wondering why I didn't do a monthly chat this month, is because I'm gonna do it on the 19th. Because of COVID, obviously, I cannot get to celebrate it in person with my friends like every year, so I am going to celebrate it just with you online for a longer time, hopefully. I was thinking to actually just get the phone out and do it from the phone so that I can move around the house and show you things. Okay, now that I got all of this, I'm going to get a little... No, I said we are going to go like this. We don't need to. We do not need to. So, first of all, have translucent ready for wrapping. Goodness. All right, so the main thing will be right now to create our ghost shape. And in order to create the ghost shape, you can use, if you have the cane benders, or you can use other stuff. Like, I generally like to use, if I can find it, I have some chime tubes. I have a, not this one, not this one. Where the heck is my, I lost my I have one of those, you know, the socks knitting needle. I have one of those that I usually use, but I don't know where it is. What in the world? There it is. No, it's not. It's only the edge and pearl stuff. Huh. Oh, there it is. I found it. There we go. Or you can use paintbrush handles. Okay. Thank you, Panda. Okay. Now, if we go to create it, it's going to have to be kind of like this, with a dip here for the hands, for the arms, and then another dip here, and then here will be the folds will have to be a little bit overlapping. All right. So yeah, the famous blue paintbrush, but that one is for making stuff smooth. Okay, so my first thing is to create the dips for the arms. So we're gonna have here, I need something a little bit wider, so I think I'm gonna get one of these chime things. Try not to deform the rest of it too much. I mean, yeah, it's going to get deformed as you press, but try to bring it back to reality. Okay, so we have this. Now, to fill this, obviously I'm going, my best bet is to do some sausage. You know that I love sausages. So as usual, start it from a bead. And we go with the bead until there's no fold lines, because if you have fold lines that are persistent, it means you trapped air inside. And then I'm starting on the always with the palm of your hand, never with the fingers, because you're gonna leave grooves. And then I'm continuing it with my little acrylic block. And this size you can find both in the Amazon influencer store as well as in PolyClay Play. Okay, for next week I'm going to ask you to work for the giveaway. Among the canes that I just did and the canes that I did before, as I said, you can go and look on the playlists on my channel. Let's see, I'm placing this here. You'll have to make one of my canes. And again, the comment with them and post a photo of it or a link to the photo, kind of like the way Jessica did. Because depending on the device you're using, you cannot always add photos in a group or on a page. So you can post the link to the photo. All right, now we got this, right? And we need to do the body. So I'm going to start pressing right under here. And of course, fill this up. And at this point I don't need to use sausages because it's just fine to use it like this. Only that, remember, do a little bit of a diagonal when you start, because you want it to be flush here. See how it's a little bit of a diagonal? So you want to cut your, this is a little bit too wide, you want to cut your wrapping translucent like that. So I'm going to stop it here a little bit before it touches the bottom, and you'll see in a second why. And again, diagonal. And I'm gonna place this on the other side. And again, I'm gonna cut it about here. And we are pretty good for now. Now let's do the bottom of the to make it look like it's flowing something. What we are going to do, and I need to make sure here, I'm going to place a couple more here just to make sure I don't deform too much. And you were asking where's the eyes and mouth. Well, I'm not doing it yet because I'm not going to put those in until I create the whole shape, because I don't want them to get deformed as I create the... Yeah, I know, you can find a whole bunch of stuff with thrift stores. I haven't been in a thrift store in pretty much a year, because I normally don't go into thrift stores when it's flu season. And then by the time the flu season was over here, COVID-19 started. So, okay, now I'm going to do two. Let's do two. Kind of like divide this in three. And do two cuts. And now this part might be a little bit tricky. exactly where you did the cut here. That's why I said make sure that it's fairly flat on here, because you don't want to press too much and deform that. What you need to do is to come and push this in. Push this whitish edge in. As deep as you can. Without pushing the other end. You can actually lift it a little bit if you find that it's going in too much, but bring this side, bring it in. And the same for the other one. You can actually, when you cut, you can separate it a little bit to make sure that this other end won't go in with this one. And now all we do is to flatten it out. And there we go. And we can make it a little bit longer on this side. And a little bit wider on this side. Just make sure that it all comes out. So let's place some more transparent filling. And then we are going to place the eyes. It helps when you use the sharp end, and it also helps when you don't cut out. Yeah, I think that's where I got that knitting needle. All right, and now we are going to do the eyes and the mouth, right? So first I'm going to do a cut straight in the middle. Don't be worried about, oh my god, what are you doing there? You can put it back together perfectly. So one cut straight in the middle. And then place it so it would be perfectly in the same spot, because here we are going to place the mouth. So I'm going to grab again my knitting needle, make a little dent, then grab some black, again make a bead, and then make a sausage, and you want it to be nice and even, and place it only on one of these halves. And now we can put the halves together again. Okay, so we got the mouth, and now we need the eyes, right? And go about a little bit above the top of the arms. Now obviously you won't be able to do in the same spot, I mean on the same level, because they are not the same level. So you'll have to be careful and do it in the same spot on both sides, because you need a little bit of a dip here. not a lot, just a little bit. And then we continue the sausages. And place the sausage only on one end, on one part of the cane. And then when you put it together, make sure that they align properly here. Okay, it doesn't look like much right now, but you'll see it's well aligned when we cut it. Yeah, I do miss going to the thrift store because it's so much stuff you can find. It's awesome. And now I'm going to just wrap it once around. And I might have to cut a little bit more translucent, because now I need to put a little bit on the side so it would be properly square. Or you can make it round, obviously, if you want to. Ouch. Okay, just a minute, let me grab more translucent. So yeah, see how neat it is? I was getting so tired of hard translucent that crumbles and it takes an hour to... I swear, last time I conditioned one of those 1 pound bricks of translucent, it took me about 80 minutes. So not an hour and a half, but close. And that using the never need, using a chopper and the pasta machine and a ton of conditioner. Yeah, I know, I had the Michaels here close to me, and now the only ones are on the other side of town, and Oklahoma City is one of those towns that's, you know, splayed on the horizontal. They never opened another one on my side of town, so it's... What? Don't try it at home. Oh no, by the way, if you... I would probably have to show you this. I talked about it before. The best way to... I showed it on one of my sponsored lives. The best way to condition a very, very hard, regular, not Pardo, clay is to get one of those small salsa choppers that you usually find in the produce section. And, oh, hold on a second. The heck, I'm losing my mind. It's here. One of these. Okay, let me show it here. One of these. And they are usually like $8, at most $10. And what you do, you just chop the hard clay and you put it in, but don't put too much, about, I don't know, a fistful, and then put a few drops of clay softener. Don't use the clay-like clay softener. You need the regular liquid clay softener. And then give it a few pulses and then place it on your tile. And then do like this with more than one. The only thing is that you'll have to clean it always a lot. And use a lot of alcohol to clean it, because if you don't, the polymer clay that's left there is going to eat through the plastic. You're gonna still need a new one every year or year and a half or so, but that is, and then after you put all the stuff there, you start nicely kneading it a little bit until it absorbs all the clay softener, and then after you knead it for like 5 minutes, you can put it through the machine and you're good. Okay. Okay, so now what I want to do is to place some more on the sides so it would be more square, because I don't want to flatten it like this, because it's going to look like crap if it gets too flattened. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is to place some more here, and as I said, you can wrap it so it would become round if you want. So remember, for the next giveaway is whichever of my Halloween canes you want, and once again, ask your friends, share the post on the Kalyana design. Facebook page. Oh, you know what? I don't need a second one. This is enough. This is square enough. Okay. I do use the alcohol, but after that I use it with Dawn dish soap. The alcohol kind of dilutes whatever polymer clay residue is there, so it makes things easier. Now I'm gonna have wastage, of course. Nevertheless, I'm going to. I might even break out the square pairs if I remember what I did with them. With my square pairs. Yeah, I have no idea what I did with my square pairs after. Oh yeah, they are here. Never mind. I do know where my square pairs are. I rearranged some stuff in my craft room. That there we go. But I still need to go a little bit more. Not really, because clay softener is cheaper and works better, so there's no reason to use liquid clay. I mean, if you look at how much liquid clay costs compared to how much this costs, so if we just go on Amazon, okay, so liquid clay is $10 for a 2 ounce. At least I know that this is how it used to be. It might not be right now. Say liquid clay 2 ounce is between $10 and $12. Clay softener is, on this one is 8, but let me look for the clay softener. Okay, $8 to $9, and I think that PolyClay has it cheaper. Let's see. It's hard to find. Anyway, you need to consider that you need about one, yeah, all prices went up pretty much. You only need not even a quarter of the quantity of liquid clay softener compared to how much you need of liquid clay. So yeah, Amazon, the problem with Amazon is that not only the prices for clay are very high, but the other problem is that the way that they ship it. And honestly, I've tried quite a number of polymer clay suppliers online, but I stuck with Trish because she's the only online polymer clay supplier that I know of that actually does thermal insulation packaging. Okay, there we go. And you can make it more like this if you want. You know, you don't have to make it skinny like I made it. All you need to do is to make a bigger dip. Actually, I'm gonna change this one to show you how to do it. I'm gonna change this one, or maybe just this one. We can do just on this one. So to make it a little bit longer, it got quite a bit of squarish head here that I don't like. This is not good. I don't like that. I think I squarified the head too much. I know it's only on one side, never mind. But in order to make it a little bit more scary and haunting, you can just go like this, right? And those things I made on the bottom, you won't be able to really see them until you never use Johnson's baby oil if you want good quality stuff. Yeah, Trish's PolyClay play. Never use Vaseline, lanolin, hand cream, baby oil to soften polymer clay. Yeah, it will be softened, but in the long run, your product will not be properly resistant and hardy and whatever, because it's not a plastifier. It's not the same thing that is in the composition of polymer clay. It's not that big of a deal to actually have clay softener in the house. Okay, so let's place some sausages. And let's make some even thinner to fill properly all that area. Here. Bye, Liana. Yeah, PolyClay Play is where the gift certificate goes for the giveaway. So for next week, it's gonna be again $50 gift certificate for PolyClay Play. And yes, we are going to have some for Christmas as well. Alrighty. And the square pairs, you get them from tinypandora.com. Yeah, Trish has pretty good clay. And I told you that's what I love about her, is that she uses thermal insulation packaging. So even if I buy my clay from her in the middle of summer with over 100 degrees outside, I never have a worry in the world, because she places, before putting together the package, she places the clay and stuff in the fridge. And it's just fine. Yeah, Pledge works fine. Pledge is a good one. Even if your best bet is still Renaissance wax, if you want. Okay, now let's do a regular cut. And by the way, Trish has some new kits. I'm gonna order some soon myself. Some new Fimo leather kits. And this is the part with the square head. This one has a square head. So I guess it's better to do it round. Don't do it squares. Now let me cut a thin slice and put it on dark clay so we can see better what's going on. Okay, I didn't cut very good. Let's try this again. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. Too much stuff here. So that when you place it on a piece of clay, that's a different color. And of course it's going to look even better once it's baked. But this is how you get the translucent thing. Yeah, he's got a military haircut. And you can change it. Of course, you can pull it and push it. But yeah, I on this kind of stuff, I think I'm gonna change it to round to send it away. I'm going to round it up. So let's see how we can fix this, the rounded part. Okay, I'm going to cut the corners. Cut the corner. Let's get rid of this nasty part here. Rounding it up. This is one of the ends. So that's the good part about this thing, because you can remodel it if you don't like the exact shape that you made it in. You can remodel it a little bit. And get it. And now simply just redo the corners by placing. And that's the reason I always overfill. Remember I told you, always overfill and then just cut off the stuff that you don't need, because if you just overfill and you have more than you need, it means that you are not going to be pressing. So you are not going to be deforming anything. Just put stuff there, more than you need, and then just cut it off once you're done with it. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, you find the links on my website, on the Facebook page, or in the About section on my channel. Alrighty, so now I have a good round thing, and I can simply cut out the excess. So in order to cut slices really good, all you need is a good blade, honestly. And these blades, these ones, you get them, you can find them, the long ones now, on Amazon. I have them in blades. It's the last thing there, but you can find them at PolyClay. And please don't forget to use my affiliate link, because it helps me with getting materials, and also have these fantastic giveaways. I don't get money, I only get store credits, so, and it doesn't change your price at all. Okay, so now we have this, and again, you can change it, you can make it alrighty. So this is one of them. So remember, when you do for next time, do one of and let me actually show you how to find my. So when you go on my channel, I'm gonna just go on my channel here. When you go on the YouTube channel, you go to About, you go to About here to find the my PolyClay Play affiliate and the influencer store and all my other things. But then you can go on playlists, and there's a lot of playlists here. And you see here, there's one that's called Halloween Projects. And you find all kinds of stuff. canes, and not just canes, including the sugar skull. There, all three parts are there: the eye flowers, then the nose and teeth, and then putting it together. I put it together during a live, and then all kinds of other stuff, kawaii things, and even a made-up gemstone, a spider sight. Excuse me. And then who was asking for that? It went away. What was the name? The person from India. There's all kinds of imitation gemstone techniques. There's all kinds of things with the gemstones themselves. Some of them are with some pieces made as well, but a lot of the pieces are just made separately. And then there's a for turquoise separate, because I have several for turquoise tutorials out there. So this is it. Don't forget, Musa, yes. Don't forget, for next time, get on the Kalyana Design Facebook. I didn't post yet. I'm gonna post it this afternoon. But you will see a post. Am I still on the display? Yes. You will see a post like the one that I posted for this week. Like this. And you need to post, see how Jessica and Sharon, they weren't able to put something, and they just posted the link. But then share the Kalyana Design post on your newsfeed, on your page, and then ask your friends to come and like. And the person with the most likes gets the gift certificate. And then next time we are going to actually make the bracelet using, let me get off the display, using beads made with the canes. Remember the little cat cane and other canes that I've done recently and last year, because I think I still have some, but I'll have them already cut and already baked and ready just to start being strung on the bracelet. So thank you so much, and remember, on the 19th we're gonna have the 19th is when is the 19th? It's Monday, a week from tomorrow. So we're gonna spend that's why I said I'm gonna do that on thank you, Frank. I'm gonna do that on my phone so that I can move around. I don't have to be stuck on sitting on a chair, because that makes me be in more pain than normal. And we'll make the bracelet, and we'll have the other giveaway. And then I'm going to start working already after tomorrow. I'm going to start, hopefully I'll be able, because I don't know what he's going to do tomorrow, the neurosurgeon. Hopefully they'll give me some more relief, and I'll be able to sit down longer and actually work more on made tutorials. So I have a whole bunch of them. I have like 7 or 8 that I'm working on, and I just have to do a lot of editing. I had to redo some taping because it didn't come up right, but I need to redo the editing. I learned that if I start feeling that I'm hurting, then I'm hurting. I need to get, because otherwise I mess up, and I did mess up quite a number of things. So thank you so much, and I shall see you all next Sunday. Don't forget to like, put me some thumbs up. If you have found my channel right now, don't forget to subscribe. I'm on every Sunday. And don't forget to follow the Facebook for the giveaway. Another $50 worth gift certificate for PolyClay Play. Thank you so much. I have a great what's left of the weekend. Goodbye.